Hi friends, good morning, Namaste. This is Sai Kiran. Welcome to my SK Chemistry YouTube channel. Today I brought very important concept, that is electronic effects from the GOC, General Organic Chemistry, episode 2. Chemistry. See here, electronic effects. Before we going to start electronic effects, see, they normally the organic reactions takes place by breaking and making of covalent bonds, and the organic chemistry is the organic chemical reaction is results when the bonds formed in the products are stronger than the bonds breaked in the reactant. Okay, in that breaking and making of bonds, there is the movement of electrons is there, that is called what? Electronic effects. Okay, now see, this electronic effects is normally two types. That is, the first one is permanent effect. See, this is a permanent effect, and the second is temporary effect. Permanent effect and the second is temporary effect. So what is a permanent effect? Permanent effect means it is always occur in the molecule itself without external adding any reagent. It means molecule itself this effect is present without adding any external reagent. Here what is the temporary effect? So you can see this effect when you add externally some reagents to the compound. So they are not exist within the molecule. So we have to add some reagent to the molecule to show this effect. So this is called temporary effect. Permanent effect means in molecule itself they are present. Okay, now see, permanent effects, again the four types. The first is inductive effect, second is resonance effect or mesomeric effect, then the third is hyperconjugation, and the fourth is aromaticity. Okay, now next, temporary effect, two types. The first is electromeric effect and the second is inductomeric effect. Okay, this is the classification of electronic effect. Once again I am telling you, electronic effect two types, permanent effect and temporary effect. Permanent effect we have the what? Total four types: inductive effect, resonance effect or mesomeric effect, then hyperconjugation, then aromaticity. And temporary effect is two types, that is what? Electromeric effect and inductomeric effect. Okay, note down. Okay, now see, today we will discuss inductive effect and their application and problems. See, around 45 to 50 problems I will explain in this inductive effect. See, our topic is inductive effect. See, what is the inductive effect here? So before I giving the definition, just take one example. See, this is a one compound. This is a carbon chain here. This is one X. Okay, now see here, X is equal to halogens. X means what? Halogen: fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. And we know that these halogens are more electronegative than carbon atom, and this fluorine is more electronegative element in the periodic table. Okay, it means of course the electronegativity of this halogen, this is the what? More electronegative than carbon atom. Okay, see, this is the what? This is the covalent bond. So it contain what? Two electron. It is a sharing pair of electron. Now the electronegativity of carbon is around 2.5, and if you take the fluorine, the electronegativity of fluorine is 4. Okay, this is what? 3.7 approximately, 3.5 like 3 approximate values. Okay, Now here this is what? Halogen. Halogen is more electronegative than carbon. So what is the electronegativity? So you must have studied in inorganic chemistry in the periodic table. So electronegativity means the tendency to attract the electrons from the covalent bond towards itself is known as the electronegativity. So it means this halogen here attract the covalent electrons, this bond pair electron. Okay. Now due to this one, these electrons are partially shipped towards this halogen atom. So it means what is the result here? See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here see. So due to this result here, this chlorine, these electrons are partially shipped towards chlorine atom. Due to this, not chlorine atom, this is a halogen atom, and it will get the partial negative charge, and here this carbon get partially positive charge. Now this carbon now become electron deficient little bit, and the electrons here partially shift, not completely. If the electrons completely shift, then bond will break. Okay, just partially shift towards more electronegative element, and this phenomenon is known as inductive effect. That's it. So what is the inductive effect? Now you can define. See, the displacement of electron. Actually electrons are displaced from one place to another place. The displacement of electron pair along the carbon chain, due to electron difference between the groups is known as inductive effect. Understood? Otherwise you can also define, see, here this is a positive pole and this is a negative pole. Here what? Polarization of sigma bond. You can also say that polarization of sigma bond due to electronegativity difference is also known as inductive effect. One more definition I am giving you. Here what? This electron pair shifting towards what? This is a more electronegative element. So you can also define inductive effect. The partial shifting of electron pair towards more electronegative element is also known as inductive effect. Understood? Now there are 3 definitions for the inductive effect. Now write down the first definition. What is the first definition? The displacement of electron pair along the carbon chain, due to electronegativity difference between the groups is called I effect. I effect means what? Inductive effect. This inductive effect is denoted by I. And one more definition or simple definition: the polarization of sigma bond due to electronegativity difference is also called I effect. Write down. These are the 2 definitions. One more definition I will give. First, make it fast. Okay, now see next. Next definition. Here what? The electrons are partially shift towards more electronegativity. The partial shifting of electron pairs towards more electronegative element is also called inductive effect. Okay, this is a third definition. Write down. Here what? The electron shifting from carbon to halogen. Okay, now see, in some cases, see here, this is Y. So this is what electron with electron what pulling towards itself. So that's why this is called electron withdrawing group. Now see here, just consider this is the electron donating group, electron donating groups. So it push the electron towards carbon atom. Now this carbon atom is more electronegative than this one, so it push the electron towards carbon atom. Now due to this carbon get partially positive charge, and this is partially get negative charge, and this will partially get positive charge. Here this is also inductive effect. Actually this is called the positive inductive effect, this is a negative inductive effect. I will explain in the next concept, but for the time being just see, if this is a Y, if it is electron donating group, so electrons are pushing towards the carbon chain, and if it is electron withdrawing group, and electrons pull from the carbon chain. Okay, and in the both case the net result is what? Electron move towards more electronegative element. Here carbon is more electronegative element, here the halogen is more electronegative element. Okay, now see next point. So we know that what is the inductive effect. Here if you consider this one, this is a halogen, this is a more electronegative, we know that more electronegative, it means it pulls the electron towards itself like this, see, strongly pulling that's why it gets a partially negative charge, and now this carbon gets partially positive charge. Okay, see, now this carbon become little bit electron deficient. Now this carbon try to pull the electron from adjacent carbon atom. So first this halogen pulling the electron from this carbon atom, now it become electron deficient. Now it will try to pull the electron from this adjacent carbon atom. Due to this result, this carbon also get and less partially positive charge, double delta. So this the magnitude of this charge is less than this one. Now this carbon atom become little bit electron deficient. Now it will try to pull the electron from adjacent carbon atom. Now here 3, here 4, now just consider here 3. Now it will try to pull the electron from this one, here 2 magnitude. Now due to this it will get the, and again less partially positive charge, and again it will try to pull the electron from this carbon atom. Now see here, now again here 4, but here, so this is what passing through the sigma bond. It means what we conclude here, due to this halogen we are getting the partial positive charge on this carbon atom, and with increasing the distance the magnitude of positive charge is decreases. It means the inductive effect is decreases, otherwise the magnitude of inductive effect is decreases with increasing the chain. Now understood? So here what? The magnitude of eye effect. Eye effect decreases with distance. With the distance. Okay. Now write down. Okay, now see, now we'll discuss the properties of inductive effect. Now we completed the definition of inductive effect. What is the definition? Just polarization of sigma bond, otherwise shifting, partial shifting of sigma electron towards more electronegative element. Now here properties of eye effect. So what are the properties? This property is also very important. Why? Sometimes in the exam they will ask statements, which of the following statement incorrect, otherwise correct about inductive effect, like that. I will give the questions. Now see here, the first property, is it temporary or permanent? Yes, it is what? It is a permanent effect. First point. Okay. Now second. What is the second point? Inductive effect travels. What travels through sigma bond or pi bond? Yes, sigma bond. Otherwise, you can also write eye effect operate through sigma bond. Okay, operate through sigma bond. Next, third point. What would be the third point? See here, the polarization takes place in only one direction, towards more electronegative element. So here what? Polarization always in one direction. Third point. Next, fourth point. What is the fourth point? Here see, the electrons are partially shift towards more electronegative element. It means the electrons never leave virginal orbitals, just partially shifting towards more electronegative element. If the electrons leave their virginal orbitals, then bond will break. Understood? Now this point also very important. Here, electrons never leave their virginal orbitals. Okay. Next, fifth point, what? Eye effect decreases with distance. Next, sixth point, see here, beyond third carbon atom, eye effect become negligible. Okay, these are the total how many points? 6 points. 1 2 3 4 5 6 points. These all statements are very, very important. Note down. These all properties are very, very important. Now see how the question will come in the exam. Now see here, the question based on the properties of inductive effect. So which of the following statement correct about inductive effect? Okay, the first statement is what it is temporary effect. Second, inductive effect travels through pi bond. C, polarization is in both direction. Electrons leave their original orbitals. I effect increase with distance. Next, I effect operate through a sigma bond. Now which is correct here? See, it is temporary. Yes. Is it right? No, it wrong. Why? It is permanent effect. Travels through sigma bond. No, it travels through pi bond. But inductive effect travels through sigma bond. It is also incorrect. Polarization is in both direction. No, polarization always in single direction. It is also incorrect. Electrons leave their original orbitals. Don't leave. Never leave. Why? If the electrons leave the orbitals, then bond will break. It is also incorrect. I effect increase with distance. No, I effect decrease with distance. This is also incorrect. Now I effect operate through sigma bond. Yes, this is the right. Okay, these are the statements. Write down. Yes, are we complete? Okay, now see. Otherwise, pause the video and write down the statements. Okay, let's see types of inductive effect. Types of I effect. So we have the two types. The first one is plus I effect. What is the plus I effect? Positive inductive effect. Sorry, first we will discuss minus I. That is negative inductive effect. Negative inductive effect. So what is negative inductive effect? See, for example, this is one compound. Here one group is there, like that is halogen. So this is more electronegative element. So these are called the electron withdraws from this carbon chain. So electron withdrawing group. Okay, now it pull the electron towards itself. Now it gets the negative charge, partially positive charge. It means the group which withdraws the electron from the carbon chain are known as electron withdrawing group, and their effect is known as a minus inductive effect. It means electron withdrawing group shows minus inductive effect. So what is the minus inductive effect here? See, the group which withdraws electrons from carbon chain are called electron withdrawing group, and their effect is, and they show, not their effect, and they shows minus I effect. Okay, write down the definition. Now next is the order of minus I groups. Actually this is totally experimental value. You have to mug up the order. This is the experimental order. Okay. The more minus I effect is, the first group is oxygen, ORR plus. Then after that NF3 plus will shows more minus here. Then NR3 plus, then NH3 plus, then after that NO2, then CF3, then SO3H sulfonic group, then cyanide. Okay, then here what? Aldehyde, then ketone, then acid chlorides, that is acid halides, carboxylic acid, then after that ester, then what? Amide, then halogen will come, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. After this one, your OR. See, oxygen is the second most electronegative element in the periodic table. First fluorine, but here after halogen oxygen will come. This is depending on the experimental value. You have to remember just this. So if you want the reason, I will explain in the further lecture. That is, we can explain that is depending on the what Bent rule. Okay, next after OR, then OH, see here, then NHR, then NH2, then after, actually this is NR2, then NHR2. Okay, now see, next is alkyne, C triple bond CH, then phenyl group, then alkene CH double bond CH2, then last is H. This is the order of minus I groups. You have to write this is at least 5 times homework, then you will remember all this order. Now done. Plus I effect, positive inductive effect. So what are the positive inductive effect groups? The groups which donates electrons to carbon chain, are called electron donating groups, and they shows plus I effect. Okay, now here see the plus I groups order. Plus I groups. So what are the order here? First is CH2 minus, then NH minus, both are minus, but electronegativity of carbon is less than nitrogen, then oxygen, then here carboxylate ion, then after that tertiary carbon atom, then secondary carbon atom, then primary, then methyl, then after that last this is H. This is a plus side effect group order. Okay, this is also experimental value. You have to write 5 times to mug up this order. Write down. And the negative inductive effect order and this positive inductive effect order you have to remember throughout the year. Understood? That's why at least you have to write 5 times. So most of the questions and based on inductive effect, that is stability of carbocation and acidic strength, basic strength, they asked on the basis of this inductive effect in JEE Advanced and JEE Mains and NEET also. Okay, let's see. For isotopes, see here, for isotopes means what? Having the same atomic number but different atomic mass. For isotopes, the isotope having the more mass shows the more plus A effect. So here isotope having more mass shows more plus A effect. Suppose, see, we have the hydrogen isotopes. This is H11, H12, then H13. See, this is the protium, that is hydrogen, deuterium and tritium. You can also write H simple, deuterium D, tritium T. So it will shows have the more mass. Okay, like this. For example, see, this is a CH3 and CD3, then CT3. Here it will show some more plus effect. And one more thing you have to remember, see, bond energy. Bond energy. For example, CH, then CD, the energy required to break this bond like this. So here, the deuterium is 10 kilojoules more stronger than the hydrogen. It means the bond between the carbon and tritium is very stronger than carbon and deuterium, and this is very stronger than carbon and hydrogen. So in this direction, bond energy is increases. It means what? Bond strength increases. You have to remember this one. We will use this concept in the hyperconjugation. Write down. Okay, now hey guys, now tell me, what is the inductive effect? Just it is a polarization of sigma bond due to electronegativity difference, and we have the two types, negative inductive effect and positive inductive effect. Okay, now see, what is the use of this inductive effect? Why we are studying this inductive effect? Simple, sir, to get the marks in JEE Advanced and Mains, otherwise in NEET. So yes, you are right, but here by using this you can decide the order of the stability of carbocation, carbon ion, carbon free radical, and you can also decide the acidic strength of carboxylic acids, organic acid, and the basic strength of amines also. Okay, the next part is applications of inductive effect. So what are the application? The first application is, see, first is stability. Stability of intermediates. So this word is new for you. What is the intermediate? See, intermediates are highly unstable. They are formed during the reaction process. So they will form in between the reaction. And for example, the species having the positive charge, otherwise negative charge, otherwise odd electron, it formed the one step and subsequently consumed in another step. And you cannot see in the final product and in the also reactant. In between reactant and product, in between they are exist for only small time. For example, 2 seconds or 5 seconds they will exist. Then immediately react and you will get the product. Highly unstable. So here we have the first stability of intermediate. In that we will study first A, stability of carbocation. Second B, stability of carbon free radical. C, stability of carbon ion. Next, second application, acidic strength. Acidic strength. Third, basic strength of amines. And here what? Acidic strength of acids. Next, fourth, reactivity of RX and carbonyl compounds. Okay, these are the application of inductive effect. Today we will discuss the stability of carbocation. Write down.